So if you've just seen that semi-final between the Hurricanes and the Crusaders, talk about dominant performance. The Crusaders have taken it down 30 points to 12. 4 tries to 2, so it was Mo'unga, Bridge, Havili and Eno for the Crusaders, and Julian Savia and Lamb for the Hurricanes. So all backs, no forwards got on the board this week, but yeah man, talk about dominance. It was a bit of a helter-skelter start, quite a few errors. Both teams kind of guilty of pushing things that didn't really need to be pushed. And then punishing each other's mistakes. So the Hurricanes were under a bit of pressure. Got a penalty at the breakdown, and then Bowden missed his kick out. Crusaders ended up scoring a try. But then the next kickoff, Mo'unga ends up on the kick receipt, knocks it on. Eventually the Hurricanes ended up scoring. I guess a slightly controversial one, and that it was a bit of a bumbling effort over the line, but they still went with the on-field decision, which was a try. Probably good that try didn't actually make a difference in the end, because it might have been a bit of a talking point, but you look at that scoreline in the end, it didn't really matter. Early on, the Crusaders had like 80% possession and territory. The Hurricanes' defense held for a while, but eventually it just cracked, and apart from being 7-all at one stage, it was just the Crusaders kind of pushing things out with tries and penalties. At halftime, it was 18 points to 7, so the Crusaders were comfortably in front, but not having run away with it. They had 65% possession of territory, 328 run meters to 90. They were just all over the place. 81% tackling to 71, so they were leading all the stats and they were leading on the scoreboard. It was very dominant. It kind of continued in the second half. Nihi Milner-Skudder kind of fluffed one of his kicks. Crusaders ended up scoring a try. So it was just punishing those errors, which the Crusaders are so good at doing. Knock-ons were not helping the Hurricanes' cause as well. As the game went on, the Crusaders scrum just got really dominant. So in all areas, they just kind of squeezed the life out of that Hurricanes team. It was kind of billed as, a big exciting final, dry weather. That Hurricanes backline against the Crusaders forwards, but there was only really one team in it, as sad as I am to say it, because we were like a nail biter, especially as a neutral, but this was just dominance. The Canes did have a fair bit more ball in the second half, but it was a lot of the time directionless, and that kind of free-flowing Canes team we know that can cut teams to bits just wasn't there. The Crusaders' attack was just eating everything up. Laumape only had 5 runs in the whole game. That's saying something for those stats. Concerning, I guess, for the Crusaders looking forward to next week is Taufua went off early injured. Makaleo didn't end up playing. The backup hooker, Siatanga, went off with what looks like a broken arm. And Cruddy went off with an HIA towards the end of the game. Somebody called that in the comments. They said that Cruddy for an HIA, I guess he's prone to that kind of thing. He's had those issues with his career. Didn't get the time right, but somebody did call it. Full-time possession and territory evened out a bit. Like I said, the Hurricanes had a fair bit more ball, just not able to do enough with it. The lineouts, the Hurricanes were at 81%. Crusaders were at 100. Scrums, the Crusaders were at 100%. Tackles, Canes improved to 77, Crusaders dropped to 82, or up to 82 actually from 81. So yeah, they're quite a team, the Crusaders, and good luck to Waratahs and Lions fans for their game later on. It is going to be one mighty task you guys have next week, whichever one is the lucky one that gets a trip to Christchurch, because right now the Crusaders just look to be playing at another level from everybody else. Commiserations to the Hurricanes fans. It was for a while looking like it was going to be an extraordinary season. Ended up kind of petering out a bit at the end. We lose a few guys. Brad Shields is going, Julian Savia is going, so that's a bit of a pity, but still John Plumtree takes over next year, so we'll see how he goes. You guys let me know your thoughts on the game, and I'll talk to you again soon. See you later.